as well. Name, age, shoe size.
Okay, so hello, my name is Irina. I'm 22. I've graduated from the Kyiv University of Art and Culture this year. So this is all for beginning. So I heard about the marriage business. So at that time I thought it's a marriage agency. 3 years ago when I was looking for a job, I found ads in the newspaper and decided to call to the people. So I've come to them and they told me that I can work with them. As explained to me, my main obligation would be to contact their clients, woman client, and to tell about the clients, men clients. After then translated letters, sent to the ladies, and after that sent translated variant to men back.
Did they do any kind of training for you before you began?
No, they do the training so while you are working with them. So nearly each month we've got trainings. They explain us in what way to write letters, in what way to ask presents from the man, in what way to apologize, in what way to ask him to come here, just in a proper way, that the client not feeling himself scamming by the lady. What to do if the client will tell the lady scammer, how to act in such situation, how to act in a situation, for example, when man and woman met, and as it often happens, the woman she knows nothing about that man, how to act in such situation, how to explain to men that also, so different.
So you worked for several different companies. This first company you worked for, would you say that they were legitimate or?
This company, it was independent from other websites, so they have their own closed system, and they're only their private clients, so men and women as well.
Did that first company, did they bring people to Ukraine and actually have set up meetings, or were they only online?
Yeah, they bring people here for meetings, but it was only private meetings, not social events. Only private meetings.
So in your training for them, right away, they begin to teach you how to generate a lot of revenue, generate money.
So they explained to me, more letters I will write, more money I will get. The
more money you will personally get, or the company?
A company and me personally, because I've got benefits from it.
So you're compensated almost like a sales position based on how much you're bringing in. You're on commission.
Yeah, I was on commission. Also, for me, it was very important to advertise my clients, my girls' clients. So I need to know everything about them. I need to find out what picture is going to be the best to show to the man, what to put in her profile, what not to put, because majority of ladies are non-smokers. Nevertheless, we know that majority of ladies in Ukraine are smokers.
So your job, what was your job called? Like Translator.
Yeah.
But it sounds like that what you were doing was really managing the database as a representative of these girls, so the girls were not really interacting with the clients.
Yeah. Something like that.
Wow.
So, nevertheless, every one of us are called translators.
And you're aware of the fact that the men don't know that that's what's happening.
Yeah, all of men were thinking that girls were writing letters by themselves, and we helped only with translations. That is all. There were some women clients who really were interested in foreign men, to go abroad, to marry, to start a family, but honestly no one of foreign men paid attention to them, because they were told. And in that agency that I worked, it was really all their clients were like models. All their photo shootings, so they were really like a model one.
Is this agency still in business?
Yeah, it's still in business.
And they're busy. They're popular.
Yeah, they're rather popular, and right now, when I start to work with them, they've got only letters. They do not like chats and so on, but I know that 2 years ago they've got chats also.
Tell us about chats.
So chats, okay. When I fired from that agency, I started to work with another one. They were different. A lot of, because they do not have their own website. They're working with other companies, and those companies got both as letters and chats. So as we explained, you can earn more money if you use chats more, not letters.
Ida, can you just clarify and differentiate between what the letter writing process is and chatting? What is the difference between those?
So
just describe the letter writing process.
So the letter writing process is like receiving a letter, and you need to write an answer to it. But for making it more easier for translator, we make like little notes regarding, for example, what I was doing today. Yeah. After that, we've sent this note to all of our clients who write us letters from one lady, and also we just read the letter and just from John, send him what I was doing this day and put some details from his letter, answering his question, and so does the whole day take us. Let's write letters.
So the guy comes to the website. He does a search based on age or hair color or all the criteria. He thinks. He sees pictures, he thinks he likes a girl, he goes to write to Oksana, the letter comes to you, and you interpret that letter, or you reply to his letter using some information from her database and then some of your own personal approach.
Yeah, after that I send that letter.
Okay, and the goal is they pay per letter, the men.
Yeah.
And so the goal is to get as many of those letters right as long.
As possible.
How long do guys write letters? How long will a guy write to one girl, do you think?
The longest that I remember was nearly 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, they were corresponding for 2 years.
And this will work as long as they're just writing letters because they're not talking to the girl. So what happens when a guy says, okay, that's it, I'm coming to see you?
Everything depends on the girl. If she's ready to meet that man, so she was invited to the agency. We explained her the correspondence, we were telling about the client. If she was smart, she remembered everything. If no, all the time you needed to be by her side.
So you were happy. I mean, they made money if the client came, because they would charge the client to come.
Yeah, the client needs to pay for introduction, for meeting, for translation service. Yeah, so he needs to pay for everything.
So did you go along on any of these meetings?
What do you mean?
Did you go and translate any live meetings?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
A lot of.
What were those like?
No, I like that job, really. Just translating, it's helped me, like personally for me, it's helped me only to improve my English. So just, that is all. Because majority of girls were not interested in those men. They were just interested in going to a restaurant, because really here it's very hard to go to a restaurant to have a dinner. Just to have some presents from a man, because a majority of men buy them cell phones, different jewelry, perfumes, just so on.
So guys will buy gifts for the girl they're corresponding, they're writing to.
Yeah.
Even if they don't come, they buy gifts?
Yeah, even for example, the guy isn't able to come here, he was able to order a gift from their website.
So they actually sell the gift right on the website and...
Yeah, but just for making it easier, for example, majority of girls just were taking money for the present.
So, for example, someone sends a bouquet of flowers. That's a fairly expensive gift. The girl really doesn't care as much. She isn't not in love with the guy anyway, so she would rather... She gets some money for the flowers. So how would they work that?
Yes, so, for example, if the man didn't ask the photo of a gift, they simply gave the girl money, and after that, translator write a letter just, oh, thanks for that beautiful flowers, I'm so happy.
Well, sometimes men request a photograph of the girl with his gift. Tell us how that works.
In such case, so we went to the shop where you can buy flowers, so we paid nearly 5 or 10 hryvnias to the shop assistant. She let us to get the bouquet of flower, just to take a picture of it. And that is all. After that photo sent to a man.
So they just borrowed the flowers from the flower shop, took a picture, then never actually bought the flowers.
No.
And they gave the girl some money for receiving the gift. Now, do you get more commission if you get when they buy gifts?
We've got more commissions if we won't buy gifts. Because if we buy gifts, they will run from our commissions.
So you wanted to sell more gifts.
Yeah, but if I need to buy a gift, yeah, and such situations really happened. Those gifts were buying from our commissions, from our benefits.
So you got less money if they actually had to go out and buy the gift.
Yeah.
Wow.
In such a way. And all the prices for gifts, they are nearly, I don't know, 4 or 5 times higher.
They really mark up the price of the gift.
Yeah, nearly 5-6 times, I think.
Have you, in your experience with that company, of all the, how many men do you suppose you helped during that time? How many total number of men do you think you helped? Just a guess.
Really helped?
Or no, I don't mean helped like got results, but just at least one letter, the total number of men that you worked with.
Don't understand that question.
Each client letter, like say 100 men wrote letters over the course of the time that you were there. I'm talking about the total number of guys who wrote at least one letter.
It's hard to say the number. Like,
a lot?
A lot, yeah.
Hundreds?
Maybe hundreds, yeah.
Okay. And of all those people, and all the efforts and all the money they spent, do you know of any of those guys who got married to a girl here?
I know only one guy, but the most funniest things that they were corresponded through the agency even when they were engaged. And the translator, she was writing letters, even they were engaged.
Even when they were engaged?
Yeah.
So a guy came here?
Yeah, a guy came here, they had a meeting. After that, they got engaged. He came back to his country. He still continued writing through the website. I don't know why. And the translator were writing letters for that lady.
So even after they were engaged,
yeah,
she wasn't even doing the work. Did they get married?
Yeah, at last, yeah, they get married, and after that, correspondence stopped.
So one?
Yes, only one.
Okay.
For 4 years, only one.
Tell us now how the chat works.
Okay, so chat works in such a way. And majority of agencies, they ask translators to be the clients, because it's mean you can put yourself on a webcam, and if you're on a webcam, more clients for clients, it's more interesting to see your face. So
you say you become a client, meaning you become a girl in the database?
Yeah.
So you pretend to be looking to meet a foreign man?
Yeah. So, and after that, just clients look on you, and it means that you can earn more money. So yes, honestly, when I've started to work with such agency, I've realized that when you chat without webcam, really it's very difficult.
Why?
Because guys prefer really to see what you're doing, and not only typing. For them, it's better only to see on you.
Did that get, I don't know the right word, dirty? Did some girls come in and tease guys on these web cameras?
Maybe they were doing it at home. I don't know, because at the offices for sure it was prohibited to do such things.
Okay, so you're in an office and you're in this chat, and were there a lot of girls in the same room?
No, almost it's nearly 3 or 4 girls there in the room, and they can chat. One girl usually, she got nearly 5, 6.
At once?
Yeah, at once.
She's talking to 5 guys at once?
Yeah, from different girls. And I know that one girl that once she told me that she wants to have 10 men at one time. I don't know, was she able to do it, but she was thinking about it.
So are we saying, like, for a girl to have multiple like that, is she just looking at the camera and you're doing the typing? Or is she speak English and she's actually, because you'd have to speak English? No
one of the girls ever came to the agency for chat. No one of the girls. It's very hard for them. It's no use for them to come there.
Okay.
So all job are doing by translators. If you're not like, if there are no wish from your side to become a client, they ask you just to put a webcam like this one, that no one will be able to see your face, yes, and start chatting. And when a man asks, can you show me your face, there are a lot of different legends, why not?
For instance, like what?
For example, I'm after the shower and I've got mask on my face. I got allergy. Right now, I don't know. I'm bad look. I had a very bad sleep.
And guys would be okay with that?
Yeah, they believe it.
Do you know what the cost was to?
The cost for 1 hour video chat, it cost nearly $67.
Anastasia, I think, charges $50, $30 to $50 for 30 to 45 minutes. So in the chat process, you were in a room with a webcam. Did you do it sometimes without a webcam?
Yeah, but they were no use. Because they were no use to do it without webcam.
Guy wanted to see you.
Yeah.
So they look on the website and they would see, Irina, would you use your real name?
Yeah.
So Irina is available to chat.
Yeah, and started chatting, but I wasn't too popular, and that is why I decided not to become any more client and to work only as a translator.
What were those conversations like?
They were different. It would depend on a client and on a system that was providing the chat, because there were some websites that were better one. Okay, they were like. They were allowed everything to their clients, really everything. You can show your body, just...
So it would become sexual.
Yeah, they were really just more pornographic, not sexual, something like that.
So you worked for this company for a while, you had this experience, and then how did you feel about it? I mean, why did you get into the business?
Yeah, okay, so first when I get here to that business, I had some noble thoughts like, it's rather interesting, so I can help people, I can help our women to meet a foreign man, that if they're not happy in this country, maybe they are going to happy in another one, but more you work, just you really forget about your noble thoughts and dreams. And each day when you come to work, you have only one thought, okay, more chats, more letters, I will get more money. That is all. But it came you came to such point when you realize that you need to stop it. Just because you are tired of all of these chats, letters, and really, it all became very difficult and very stressful. And I know that a lot of translators who were working seriously in this field, they hate the job. And they worked nearly, I've got one girl, I know that she worked nearly for 5 or 6 years, and really she left this business and she didn't even want to talk about it. Because it's very hard, for example, when you start a correspondence with a man, and a man fell in love, he doesn't fall in love with the lady, he fell in love with the translator and with her thoughts, with her personality, because we very often, but not very, we always write only our thoughts, what we are thinking about one or that situation that came, that had happened. And when a client came to Ukraine, for example, and they got meeting with the lady, and he understood that she's not like she was in her letters. And it was very hard for translators sometimes to see that you make that guy to fall in love to that lady, and it was, yeah, you've done it, and she hasn't any feelings for them, really, and it's very stressful.
Wow. Are you familiar with the novel Cyrano de Bergerac? You ever heard of this?
Yeah.
The novel where the guy with the big nose falls in love with Roxanne, but he doesn't know how to communicate with her. And he starts writing letters for this handsome guy, pretending to love her, and she falls in love with Cyrano's letters. This reminded me of that.
Something like that.
And it's that really touched me, though, what you said. Especially if you ever actually met the guy and you're thinking, I know you, she doesn't even know you.
Yeah, I've met such guy, and maybe after that guy I decided I need to stop to work at the agencies. Because he came to Ukraine, they got a meeting, and really he writes very fantastic letters. He totally fell in love with her. He was ready to, after just first meeting, to get her to his country, to take her kid also, just really, and he was very kind. But at the time, for me, I was thinking really only about money. So yes, it's honest. I'm speaking honestly right now. And when the guy came here, he fell in love with her. Yeah, when he saw her personally. Yeah, that woman was very attractive. But her main point just was to get money from the man. When she found out that he's not as rich as she was thinking about, she told me that I don't want to meet him anymore. Just think by yourself what I'm going to tell him. It's not my business anymore. And she just left the agency. After that, we explained to that man that she simply didn't like him, and he wasn't able to say why. Because they've got such beautiful correspondence. They met each other. They've spent a wonderful dinner together. So what was the reason? And after that, their manager told me that she saw for the first time that the man was crying because of that. And I was and I was there translated through the correspondence. So and after that, I decided that I need to go out from this business. Really, it was very hard.
Wow. During this time, at any of this time that you were connecting and meeting and improving your English and all this, did you begin to be interested in meeting a foreign man for yourself?
No. I will explain why. Just as I've met a lot of foreign clients and they were much older than me. And I wasn't able even to look at them as my future husband, even in my thoughts. Maybe because of that, I don't know.
So do you ever see younger guys come to the websites or come to Ukraine?
Just younger guys I've met only 2 weeks ago on the social event. Majority of clients on the websites, they are 40 and up.
And when you were working in this agency, did you ever communicate back to someone and go, you're too old for me, or?
No.
So you never turned anybody down, just keep the letters coming.
Yeah.
The age ranges given by the girls in their profile are wildly open to older men.
Yeah, because they want more clients. That is why.
So it's just opening up the gate for the maximum amount of money.
Maximum is allowed.
So when you told me one time that sometimes you would come into work if you had chat windows open or whatever, you would come and go, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
When you came to the chat room entity, you need to invite as much client as you can. And the phrase always was the same. Hello, how are you? And you sometimes spend nearly 2 hours just sending that combinations for 200, 300 clients, and you're waiting until someone will answer on it.
So you're reaching out to them and saying, hello, like I'm online and will you chat with me?
There were different word combinations, starting from hello, how are you, and continue just as I've heard, hello, I'm here, I'm ready to play with you, and so on. So it's independent fantasy of girls.
Well, I've logged on to one of the websites, and while you're on, you'll see chat boxes pop up.
Yeah.
And I thought those were automated. Those are actually people there ready to have a conversation. Those are people.
There were people. There were translators.
So you went to work for another company after that. Is that correct? In the same business?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was just chats and letters. So just I've met only one company that has their own private system. Every one of their other agencies worked. They are local one, and they wanted to work with their biggest companies that provide to them their services, because it's very hard for their local agency to create their own website. It's rather expensive.
So basically what you're saying is these large companies will outsource all of their letter writing and their chat to these smaller local agencies.
Yes.
You know, outsource, what that means?
Yeah. It was like, they give their databases to the local agencies, and they can use it. So
The story that you told, honest to God, is just powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I was almost in tears, and what you told me was so heartbreaking.
yeah, and you just really can imagine myself in that situation, what I felt in that period, to understand whom he really falls in love with, and to why. And it was I who made him, because I wanted money from him. Yeah, and to really, it's very stressful. And after that, you realize that you should stop.
A lot of pressure, and just it's got to feel really, really tough.
Yeah.
It's got to be sad and just emotional highs and lows all the time.
Emotionally empty, really. Emotionally empty. You are not able to feel nothing, really. Just it's very bad.
I do have a few more questions regarding. Have you seen women that have been translators here in Ukraine really be like jaded? Do you understand what jaded means?
Corrupted.
Corrupted, or just completely changed by the industry, where they can, like you said, almost not feel anymore because they just don't take anything serious. Like they don't believe in love anymore.
A lot of, just especially a lot of young ladies who came to that business when they were young, and they were start to work in that business, so just nearly 2 or 3 years, and when they understand it can bring them a lot of money, it all depends on the person, really. If the person understands what he's doing and when he needs to stop, so she or he just said, okay, we'll stop. If the person won't understand it, so she will doing it. That is all. Just everything depends on the person.
Do you hold any, I mean, it seems like you want to make things better, but do you hold any like hard feelings or like really resentment or a grudge against these agencies?
I don't understand the question.
Are you angry about, with the agencies, what it's done to Ukrainian women?
Yeah, because of those agencies, they done a very, they make a reputation, very bad. So it's because of that, and really a lot of men came here, even if they come here not as a client of agency, only by themselves. They think that, okay, I'm 60, I got a lot of money, and I can buy everything here and everyone here. Each girl who's 20 or 21 is going to ready to sleep with me only because I got money and I'm from another country. And this all done only because of the websites. Yeah, and really, that is why in majority of cases I'm angry because of it. So because our girls know, they, of course, I repeat one more time, everything depends on the person. Of course, there are such type of girls who are ready to do it, but majority of girls are not ready to do it, and they're not able to understand why those men came here and think they can buy everything, and it's just only because of the that dating industry. That is all.
Are you aware of any of these companies going into pornography here?
One more time.
You know the word pornography?
Yeah. And before, companies that
are doing pornography here.
You mean in Ukraine or what?
Right.
I know some websites, they allow their clients to do everything. So, and pornography also allowed it.
So are they recruiting girls from here? They bring them in as clients and say, hey, if you want to do this.
It's like everything started like a simple chat. But men clients already know what is allowed in this website. Also, as a majority of girls also know what is allowed in that. And if you want to get a lot of money, so we just do whatever we wish.
Well, some of the companies, they find that if we can get letter writing for these prices, we can get even more money if we have pornography, even the most hardcore of pornography. Are you aware of any of those kind of companies operating here?
Yeah. They they have a lot of ads in the internet. It's called like a company is looking for a nice looking girl to work as a model. The girl needs to have some English skills at least. So, and they've got a website. When on their website, you will understand where you are. So just and it's like there are like erotic websites, or even porno websites, different.
Wow.
What about, we talked, I want to circle back a little bit to the marketing and how these girls are brought into this agency. Where specifically can you find, where do they advertise, and where are they finding these girls?
So there are several variants. So first of all, it's advertise yourself through the newspaper, and second one is in the buses, just in the bus stops, also just to put ads, and also through your friends.
What about universities? Like, I know in the United States, advertising boards, flyers, they'll pay students to put flyers up everywhere on campuses. Does that happen?
A lot of agencies got such idea, but I know if it work or no. Just to know that everyone were talking about it, because the database of the girls, it's rather, right now it's very limited, because they are all the same. You can find one lady in 20 agencies, and it becomes very hard for agency to find a new one, because when you find this new lady, okay, you wanted to put her to that website, and last you find out, oh, she's already there, because she's also a client of that agency. So they are looking for new faces.
Hey, it's Joe here. How are you doing? Listen, I wanted to talk to you openly and personally for a moment here. Maybe you're like I was, divorced 2 times and just really distraught and given up on ever finding your other half, a soulmate, your best friend, somebody that's amazing, smart, sexy, talented, educated woman that will rock your world in more ways than you can imagine. I've found that, and I wish you to find that. I fervently believe the best women, the best wives are in the Ukraine here. And when I first came to the Ukraine, I went around from agency to agency, countless agencies, and talked to countless women. And that's why I'm doing this video interview series for you now, is so that you can uncover and discover the path for your success. I believe 90% of your success will depend on one thing. The other 10% will depend on your education and the time that you put into understanding the Ukrainian mentality, mindset, and what they're looking for in a man to decide if you're that kind of man. The 90% of your success part, I fervently believe, is finding a matchmaking service that's private and personal and will look for your other half for you. That's going to avoid the landmines and the frauds and scams. So if you want to avoid all of that and the heartbreak and getting your pocketbook broken, I think that's the best thing you could do. If you've decided that's the path you want to pursue, then I'd be happy to share a couple of the diamonds in the rough agencies that I've uncovered here in the Ukraine that are all about private, personal matchmaking. I've met and know the owners, and I know they're genuine and real. So shoot me an email. I'll be happy to make a personal private introduction with you. I do make a referral fee, so you know up front. And I wish you all the best in your personal journey to find and marry the most incredible, amazing Ukrainian wife you could possibly imagine. That said, take care for now and all the best.